And we are live in Tai Chi, or Qigong rather, Qigong class for today. Let me turn this thing off. All right, Ellen's here. Hi, Ellen. Didn't see you before. Let me get me back in the picture here. There we go. All right, so we'll start off with our usual warm-ups. Just have one toe on the floor, circle the ankle. So I'm just going to gently circle the foot around, try and keep my body steady on the other leg. If I feel comfortable, I can raise my foot off the floor and just circle the ankle. And if I feel really good, I can circle the wrists, get a little double action going. And let's reverse. Circle the other direction. So I'm circling most of the ankle, trying to keep the knee very still. And switching sides. Anytime you need to, put the other foot back down on the floor, just circle the ankle on the floor. We like to work our balance and get our body being adjusted to standing on just one leg as much as possible. And of course, there's always a chair nearby if you need to hold on to something. And reverse directions. And one more circle. And bring hands down on top of the knees, middle finger underneath the kneecap, right underneath. The other four fingers find a little grooves around the side of the knee. And slowly circling. Just trying to get the knees massaged. If you're just sitting, you're just going to massage the knees. Circle slowly. I want the head lifting up away from the shoulders, tailbone pulling down so you have a nice long flat back. You're looking more down at the floor, about 45 degrees ahead of you. Sinking your tailbone as low as you feel comfortable. Trying to keep the heels on the floor. And one more circle. Now let's reverse. Waking up the knees, getting that synovial fluid moving around underneath the kneecap, lubricating the joint. Two more circles. And last one. And coming up. Hip circles, hands on hips, slowly rotating. Trying to keep the head steady, so just the center of the body is turning. Feel the hips push out from side to side to really loosen up the waist area. Waist, hips. Just taking your time. One more full circle and we get to the front. Let's reverse. Trying to push the hips way out the side, to the back, side, forwards. Putting your attention on your waist area. Noticing all the different muscles moving. Your hands can use massaging the kidneys if you want, just keeping the lower back nice and warm. Feeling that nice opening in the hips. Last time around. And bring the arms down, shoulder circles, little circles to begin with. Just lifting up a little bit, letting the arms come forwards. Pull the shoulders down, arms go back, and keep circling. Getting a little larger every time. See if you can bring your shoulders up to your ears. And last time. Arms down to the bottom, reverse. Start with the big movement. All the way up, all the way back, down, forwards. So there was a lot of clunking in my neck when I did this one. I don't know why. Just cracking up. And then just bring in a little smaller circles. Just keeping the arms nice and relaxed at the sides. And just relax the arms down, bring the chin down to the chest. Slowly roll the ear to the shoulder. And coming back center. Inhale, roll into the other shoulder. Keep the shoulders pulling down so you feel a stretched opening in the neck muscles. Back to center. Inhale to the side. Exhale forwards. Inhale to the sides. Exhale forwards. Going back as far as you feel comfortable. And coming back to the center. Lift the head up. Bring the chin forward. So you turn a little bit to the side. So bring the chin forward. Let it drop down. Roll up with the back of the head. And then bring the chin forward. Exhale as you're going down. Inhale as you're drawing up. And exhaling down. Inhaling up and forwards. Exhaling down. And that nice loosening of the neck. Shoulders relaxing. And one more time. And just relax the shoulders down. Turn your head to the side. Look as far as you can. See if you can see what you can see behind you. By turning your eyes a bit farther than your head and come back to center. Inhale, turn to the side, press down gently with the toes and the feet. Exhale back to center. Inhale, turning. Exhale to center. Inhaling. Exhaling. Really stretch out those eye muscles. And center. Inhale to the side. And back to center. This time turn your head to the side, look down with the shoulder. Pull shoulders down, both shoulders feeling fingers reach towards the floor. And then relax, come to the center. Turn to the other side. Pull down and relax. And pull the shoulders down, look down over the shoulder, and then come back to center. Inhale to turn and stretch. Exhale to center. Inhale to turn and stretch. Exhale to center. One more time each way. Taking your time. Really feeling a good slow movement, slow stretch. And back to center. Inhale, bring your hands up in front of your body. Looking up, reach up towards the sky, palms up. Exhale, bring your hands down the side of the body. Inhale, bring your hands up the outside of the body. Tilt the body forward, looking down the floor, push down the heels, lift up with the back of the head. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, arching back slightly. Feeling the whole body open up vertically. Exhaling down. Inhaling, tilting forward, looking down, feeling a stretch opening between the head, the tailbone, pulling down, head lifting up, and exhaling down. Lifting up forwards in front, arching back slightly if you want. Lift up on the heels, so you're lifting up the heels on the balls of the feet. Then come back down, exhaling down. Inhaling, forwards this time, heels stay planted. And exhaling down. Turn to the soul, just let the arms relax down for a second. As we turn to the side, we're going to let the arms start to come up. As they come up, you're drawing in the elbows slightly, looking in line with the chest. So we'll turn to the side, and my arms are going to open up. As my arms open up, I'm going to look towards the front hand, towards where I was facing originally. Come back to the center, bring the hands in. Open up, look towards the back hand. And come back towards the center, bring the hands back in, and drop down. Inhale, bring the hands up, turn, if you can, about 90 degrees, open. Exhale. Inhale to the center. So first time you look forwards, and then come back to center, exhaling. Inhaling, open. Exhaling back to center, bring the arms down. So my knees and my lower body are staying still. I'm just turning from the waist. So my arms come up to the sides. Look forward to inhale and exhale. Inhale towards the front. Exhale towards the center. Inhale towards the back hand. Exhale towards the center. Bring the hands in and let them relax down. Inhale, turning, opening, looking forwards and back, in. Exhaling. Look towards the front hand, opening up and back to the center. Look to the back hand, opening and closing and relaxing down. One more time, inhaling, lifting up the arms. First time, straight forwards and in. Look towards the front. Front is which way your toes are pointing. Exhale. Look towards the back, the direction of your heels. And back into the center. And relax down. Inhaling, opening. And closing. Every deep breath, getting more oxygen all the way up the arms, the fingertips, and back to the center. And last time. And back to the center and down. Bring your hands up on top of your shoulders. I'll turn a little bit to the side so you can see this. I'm going to bring my elbow around so it's passing right by my nose. So one hand, the hands stay on the shoulders, one elbow passes by the nose and circles down, and the other one. Try to keep the head forward. Don't look towards the arm. Keep circling. Circle, hands on the shoulders. See how much you can get that shoulder moving, that elbow crossing in front of your face. Hard part is to keep the head still. Just keep stretching. All right. That's working, okay. Turn. Doing this, opening in the shoulder, one shoulder at a time. Just loosening up the shoulders one time. One more time each side. And last time. And relax, arms down. Bring the hands up, interlace the fingers, lifting up overhead. And as you inhale, tilt to the side. I want to feel a stretch all the way down from this little finger all the way down to my toe. And then come back center, relax arms down, and bend the knees, sink the tailbone. Inhale, lifting up, coming over to the other side, stretch, pushing up, pushing down with the feet, up with the hands, back to center, relax the shoulders and arms down. If you can, one long inhale, up, over to the side. Pause that breath just for a moment at the top, then release. Exhale down. Don't feel like you're holding the breath, just feel like you're just not breathing. You're not actively trying to breathe, you're not actively trying to hold the breath. When we meditate, we sort of get into that same sort of pause, not so much with our breath, but with our mind. We look for that pause in between the thoughts, that moment of peace and quiet in the head. Inhaling up and over. Exhaling back to center. One more time each way. Inhaling up. And center. And last time. And relax the arms down. Shake out the shoulders a little bit. Shake out the legs. Going to do a little bit of leg work. So if anybody wants to do it sitting down, what I want you to do is lift up the leg, extend forward, bring it in and down. Lift, extend forward, in and down. Stand up. Oh, watch out for the chair when you stand up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend forward. Inhale in. Exhale, bring the foot down. Shift the weight. Make sure you're solid before you lift up the other foot. Release. In and down. Should be a nice, slow, gentle movement. If you need to hold on to something, make sure it's nice and solid. Make sure you're not rolling onto your office chair that's going to roll away from you. I've tried that. It doesn't work very well. One more time like this. Very slowly. Feel that extension all the way from the back of the lower back, all the way down the leg. Now lift it up. Open up the toes so you're kicking with inside the foot. And back and down. Lift. Kick up with inside the foot. In and down. So pulling in my belly, pulling my tailbone down, keeps my balance a little bit more steady. Feel my head lifting up towards the sky, my hands reaching down towards the invisible table, resting there, keeping me nice and solid. One more time with inside the foot each side. And now we're going to kick with the outside of the foot. So as you kick up the foot, turn the knee in so you're kicking with the outside of the foot. And back, center, and down. Lift, kick, in and down. Should feel a nice stretch in the inside and outside of the legs doing these exercises. Doesn't matter how high you kick, as long as you're lifting and extending slowly and fully without blocking the knee. And one more time each side. Last time. And relax down, shake out the legs. Bring the arms out the side, turn the palm, one palm up, so the thumb goes towards the front, towards the back, the other palm goes down the other way. So one thumb, so both hands are facing backwards, but they're twisted from each other. Looking towards the hand that's one side, I'm going to just look towards that side and tilt my body. So I'm not going to be bending so much, but tilting. Feeling it stretch along the side, come back to center, rotate the hands the other direction, and tilt. Inhale. As I open, exhale back to center. Bring the arms in a little bit to the waist. Inhale to open. Exhale to center. Inhale to open. Exhale back to center. Bring the hands into the center. One hand's going to press up towards the ceiling, the other hand press down to the floor. Feeling pressing the floor and ceiling, opposite directions, and then coming back to center. Inhale, one hand up, exhale, other hand down. Right finger's pointing left, left finger's pointing right. And switch. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Brings on arms out the side, rotate again. Inhale as you open up to the side, exhale to center. Inhale to the side, exhale to center. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. And back to center. Arms relaxed down, coming back up to the waist. One hand pressing up, the other hand pressing down. And switch. If you want, you can bring the little fingers in towards the body so the back of the hands pass by each other, twisting just a little bit more in the arms. Inhale, turn the head about 45 degrees in between the hands. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, opening up. And exhale, back to center. Inhaling, opening up. Exhale, back to center. One more time each way. Opening up to the sides and coming back in. Inhale to open. Exhale to center. Inhale to open. Exhale back to center. So we do 2 times each side, and 2 times up and down. Feel a stretch across the belly and relaxing down. So arching my back ever so slightly to feel a nice stretch from my head down in front of my body. Exhale down. Last one. Relax the arms down. Bring the hands up in front. Turn one hand palm up, so one up, one down. Follow the thumbs towards the side. As you sink towards the side, bend the knees, sink the tailbone. Looking towards the fingers, turn the thumbs up. Lifting and then sinking back towards the center. Down towards the side. Inhale as we lift. Exhale as we sink. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, sinking. Always a little bend in the elbows, so never feeling like you're locking your elbows tight. Little bends in the knees as much as you feel comfortable. Sinking your tailbone down, letting your head lifting you up, pulling you up. Exhaling down. Inhaling. And exhaling. Feel that nice open movement. You've got one of those great big soap bubble blowers. You're just taking a soap bubble and letting it follow behind your hands, the air. Seeing the iridescent colors flow through the air. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale to sink. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. One more time each way. Just great big circles of arms. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Every time I rise, my knees straighten up a little bit. Every time I sink, my tailbone pulls me down. The more I move my legs just a little bit, the stronger my legs become, the stronger my thighs become. allowing me to get out of chairs easier. One more time. At the bottom, scoop one hand up and lift it across the other side like you're lifting a ball out of the water, and then drop it back down. Grab another ball out of the water, lifting it up to the other side, and then sink it back down. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, sinking. I'm keeping my knees facing forward over my toes, so I'm not twisting my knees. All the twists should come from the waist area. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. One more time each way. Lift and sink. Lift and sink. Bring the arms out in front. One hand is going to push forward, the other hand is going to drop back. As I drop back, I'm turning my body to that side, so I'm looking towards the side. I'm going to bend my elbow so the back hand comes up here. As that happens, the front hand is going to turn palm up. I'm going to turn my body towards the front. That's going to bring my back hand forward over the other hand, which is drawing back. And now I repeat on the other side. One hand sinks, the other hand presses forward. Turning to look halfway between the hands. Turning the hands and coming forwards. Whirling arms, inhaling, opening. Exhaling back to center. Inhale, just let that arm relax down, bend the elbow so the hand just comes up by the head. Turn towards the front, one hand pushing something off the other. Inhaling up, exhaling forwards. Inhaling, opening, exhaling forwards. Every deep breath, allowing your muscles opening, your joints to feel like they're getting a little bit more expansive. Loosening up, opening. Your fingers getting longer so you're touching the walls. Coming back to center, shrinking back to normal size. Nice deep breaths. One more time each way, opening and closing. Expanding and contracting. Coming back down. Bring the arms up, same sort of movement, but this time I'm just going to bring my hand in towards the waist and then come forwards. This time, instead of turning my body, I'm going to try and keep my body very still and just lift one hip. So I'm sinking, I'm sinking my shoulders down straight, but I'm lifting a hip and then sinking it back down. But I want to keep my heels on the ground at the same time, so it means I have to bend my knees. So I'm bending my knees, sinking down. I'm going to have one hand forward, the other hand at the waist, and then turning forward, I'm going to extend forward and bring, if my right hand is forward, then my right hip is rising. So I'm feeling like I'm compressing my left side down, my right hip up, and back to center, left hip rising. Exhale. So inhale as the left hand goes out, exhale as the right hand goes out. You know, feeling this, I'm doing this backwards, because there's two ways of doing it. This is not the fun way. So the fun way is actually, as the left hand goes out, I'm feeling the left hip press down. So I want to feel that. Let me do this once. So my left hip is rising a little bit, my knee is bent, my hip is rising, and I'm feeling compression on this side, on the right side. So left hand is forward, right hand in. As I exhale, I bring the left knee forward, compressing on the left side. So this is your left hand. Left hand is forward, your left knee is bent, your right knee is straight, and your hip is compressing into your chest and coming back. So you want to feel that rising, compressing each side. So if I'm sitting, it's actually, you feel it more when you're sitting. When I do this, I feel that hip rising and sinking, rising and sinking. So it's a very minimal movement, but I want to try and keep the shoulders still as I move out. So when my hand is out, I'm feeling pressure on that side. When the hand comes in, I'm feeling an opening on that side. Does that make sense? There's one way to do it, and there's a second way to do it. One feels better, so just work on it. This is one of those that the more I talk through it, the more my mouth gets confused. But just feel the hips rising, trying to keep the shoulders low, keep the feet on the floor, and just feel a lifting of the pressure of the heels. You're not feeling the heel press down to the ground. So my forward hand is out, my heel is pressing down that side. Feeling that stretching, compressing. Inhaling when your left hand is out, exhaling when your right hand goes out. Feeling that compressing of the hips in the center of the body. It's a very minimal movement. You may be moving half an inch. What you're doing is you're working the internal organs, compressing them, letting them open up. In particular, when I'm compressing this side, I'm compressing my liver gallbladder. I'm opening up this side, I'm compressing this side, I'm compressing the spleen. So I'm forcing more blood to flow in and out each time. Yeah, one more time each side. Always end up with your left hand forward on an exhale. And relax down. Inhale, bring your arms up in a great big circle. And I'm going to sink down like I'm going to sink down, holding a big ball. Bend my knees at the bottom, lift up, and roll over backwards. Inhaling. This time I'm going to bring my arms out to the side, exhaling down. Inhale, lift up, arching over backwards. So even when you're sitting down, you want to have space between you and the back of the chair so you can arch over backwards. Exhale, bring your hands down, your belly between your legs. Scoop up, inhale, pulling in your belly. Exhale, relaxing down. Inhale, lifting up. Arching back, looking up as high as you can get. Exhaling, relaxing everything down. When you lift, you're standing, your knees are bent the whole time you're lifting. Gives you more control as you bend over backwards. Then exhale down. Inhale, lifting up. And exhaling down. And one more time, up. And just relax the arms down. Bring the hands in by the waist. I'm just going to press my hand out towards the opposite shoulder, and then bring it back in. Press out and back in. Inhale as I extend out. Exhale back in. Inhale as I extend out. Exhale back in. Just reaching towards the corner. Again, the knees, feet stay facing forward. All this motion comes from my waist area. Feel the waist turn to extend the hands straight forward from the chest. So I'm not necessarily crossing my arm over. My body is turning, my arm is still going straight out in front. Just turning from the waist to extend the arm out and back in. Don't have to feel like there's any pressure, like you're punching anything. You're just turning and twisting, compressing more organs inside. Giving your internal organs a nice massage. Deep inhale as you twist Exhale as you come center. Inhale to twist. Exhale, center. One more time each way. And one last time out the side. I'm going to turn my palm towards me so my thumb is facing back the direction where I came from. I'm going to let the other hand just drop so my thumb is again facing the same direction. My palms are both towards me. I'm going to let my body turn and just carry my arms across the side. Top hand sinks, bottom hand rises. Turn the other way, following the thumbs over the side. So wave hands like clouds. Inhale to one side as I turn the body. And exhale as you switch hands. Inhale as you turn. Exhale to switch. If you want a really long, deep breath, inhale. And then exhale. Inhaling. Whichever fits better with your breath pattern. Moving slowly to work with your breath. The hand should be in front of your face. The other lower hand should be in front of the groin as you turn across. Switch hands to the corners. Rotate the body. Switch hands. Feel your weight shifting from side to side. Even in the chair, you want to feel your weight shifting from one hip to the other. And shift the weight. Feel an empty side lifting. So all my weight's on the other side. One foot feels empty, you can just rise off the floor and sink back down. Make sure it's just rising up, so you're not pushing off, you're just letting it lift and sink. Feeling your weight solid on one side to lift and then sink. The weight change is so gradual. As soon as you start putting your toe down on the ground, weight comes down from toe to heel, until all your weight's on that foot, you lift from heel to toe. All of a sudden there's no weight on that toe and you lift and then sink. And if that feels easy for you, let the empty foot circle towards the other foot and then back out. Just bring it in and back out. You can do that sitting down. Turn one side and have my legs a little farther apart. And just circle that foot in and then bring it back. All the weight's on that side, and bring up the other foot and then back down. A little more difficult than this sitting down, so your movements might be a little smaller, but that's okay. You still want to feel that same sort of movement. Turning. Turning from the waist to let the arms follow. A couple more times. Watching the upper hand, you want to be looking gently towards the center of the palm, where the middle finger would hit the center of the palm. Acupressure point there called the Lao Gong for the heart and pericardium meridians. So you're connecting with your heart energy. Very strong acupressure point. And one more time. Over the side. Bring one hand up. Now this time turn the hand down. And this hand is going to drop. As it drops, the other hand is going to lift. Going across the body, it sinks, the other hand rises. So this is doing a reverse sort of movement. Going across the body. As I get across, top hand sinks, the other hand rises. So one hand up, one hand down. Both hands pressing down towards the floor slightly. One hand in front of the face. Let it sink, the other hand rises. Turning. For those of you who do Tai Chi, you probably recognize this one as beginning moving of brush knee. A little smoother movement. Brush knee is a form where you lift up the arm, the other hand comes down, you're brushing knee as you're turning and stepping, and the hand goes forwards. So if you want to add the foot movement to it, you may. We're just going to keep going like this for a little while longer. So hand rises, I watch it turn palm down, both hands palm down, bottom hand presses down towards the side, then it turns up, and it goes across the body, and lift. Slowly breathing. Make sure your elbow stays low. As soon as you start bringing up your elbow like this, you're starting to create tension in the shoulder. So make sure your elbow stays low and just the palm is higher. Hopefully that should be a little bit easier on anybody who's been lifting. So if you feel comfortable with this, I'm going to add a step. If you don't feel comfortable with this, just keep working with this. So I'm going to step into my brush knee. As I step forward, the hand comes forward, I'm pressing down with the other hand. I rock back, let my hand rise, the other hand sinks. Step forward. So I'm stepping forward. I'm going to bring this camera down just a little bit more so you can see what my feet are doing. So I'm going to the side. One hand brushes the knee, the other hand extends forward. I bring my foot back in. So I'm only moving about the distance of 1 foot length. Just stepping out a little bit towards the corner and reaching forwards. And dropping back. Switch hands, one up, one down. Notice I'm shifting my weight more this way. My weight's going forward with my hand. My weight comes back. Bring my foot in, shift weight, step out to the other side. And back. Keep the arms moving. Gotta keep the arms steady, nice and movement. When I step out, I bend my supporting knee, put my heel down, and gently rock my weight towards the toe. I push out from the toes so that my foot rises gently, comes back in, sinks down, and then I sink on the other heel. Roll forwards, roll back, switch arms, switch feet. Heel down, roll towards the toes, roll back. Bring the foot in, shift weight, out the other side. So brush knee. Bottom hand is brushing past that knee. Top hand flowing forwards. One more turn each way. Notice my body's facing the corner where my hand is pointing. So my body, my toes facing forward, just one foot facing the original direction. And come back to the center, let both hands come in and sink. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling, collecting the energy. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling back down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Bring the hands up in front. Inhale. Exhale as you open up the hands. If this is 180 degrees, about 45 degrees in from that. Back to center and down. So inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. You know the meridians of energy rising up to the body, flowing out to the arms, to the fingers, going around the fingers, coming up the outside of the arms, to the shoulders, energy sinking down, back, down the sides, outside the legs, deep into the ground. Inhaling, rising, expanding, exhaling. Inhaling, collecting it back in the shoulders. Exhaling, sinking that energy back down to the ground, rejuvenating it. Refreshed energy rising through the body, opening up. Inhale and exhale. Always that little knee bend. Sink. Rise and sink. And one more time. And back down. Gently bringing arms in front of the body. If you're feeling comfortable with the arms in front, like you're hugging a big tree, knees are bent, tailbone sinking down. If your shoulders are too stiff, just keep your arms relaxed aside, but still a space underneath the arms. So it feels like you're open, nice and loose in the body. Inhaling, but exhaling at your own pace. Slow, deep breaths. You can close your eyes, so just open a slit. May help for balance if you have problems with balance. Feel the head lifting up, shoulders, tailbone, everything else relaxed and sinking towards the ground. Arms resting on these clouds and pillows right in front of you. And just focusing on the breath. In and out at your own pace. Taking a moment just to notice where your body is at. Any tension, breathe slowly into that area, relaxing that area, warming the muscles. Just noticing your body. If you can, think of that little pause in between the breath. And let the mind go blank, just for a moment. Keep breathing, but see if you can get those moments of blankness, the moments of no thought, to expand a little bit each time. By slowing the mind down, you allow your body to understand what's going on inside. You can see on a different level what's going on inside. You can feel, you can understand much more. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, let your hands sink down in front of your body. Left hand side for men, right hand side for women. At first, keep a little gap between the hands and the body. If you feel there's a lot of energy there, let it settle it down. Just relaxing that energy, compressing into the body. And slowly, with your hands together on your belly, massage down the left, up on the right, 3 times slowly. A little pressure on the belly. Sinking that energy in. And 3 times the other way. And massage the hands nice and warm. Doesn't take too long some days. Massage that warmth over your head and face. Back of the head, neck and shoulders 3 times. Inhaling and exhaling. This time, bring the hands around the sides, massage down the back. Give the kidneys a little love. Massage down the sides of the legs. So you're just hanging forwards. Just let your body relax forwards. Head sink down. Twist if you want, if that feels good for you. If not, just hang. Knees bent as much as you want. Never putting pressure on yourself. Just letting yourself relax forward. Then bend the knees and roll up slowly. One last little twist. Just letting your body turn from the center. Arms just hanging and flowing around. Start bending the elbows so the hands start hitting on the back and the shoulders. The faster you go, the momentum you have, just swing those arms and just let them tap, giving a nice massage. And then slowing it down gently. And the hands just relax down to peace and quiet. Never stopping fast. Sometimes you still feel the body still turning back and forth. Even when your body stops moving, you still feel that internal energy moving back and forth. So thank you all for being here with me today. And I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll unmute.